Good day, viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am one of the best educational consultants. Thank you so much for watching my video, sharing my video, and giving my video a thumbs up. We really appreciate. Thanks so much, friends. I also appreciate more if you share my video to everyone around you, because we are trying to educate people. We are trying to educate and impart knowledge so that people will pass and do well in the society. That's our work. In today's video, we're going to discuss about economics. About economics. So now, economics, there's one thing I will tell you about this economics so that you know it and know peace. Economics is all about, it was defined by a professor called Lionel Robbins. This man's definition of economics was widely accepted by all bodies. Do you understand? The name of the professor that defined economics is called Professor Lionel Robbins. This is the man that defined economics. So under is when the man was defining economics, I want you to know of 2 or 3 things from here now. Do you understand? 2 or 3, 4 things he defined economics. When you are reading anything, just need know the concept about that stuff. Do you understand? If you know the concept about that stuff or the keywords, you will pass any exam. The reason why we are doing well in examination is that we know the keywords, the concept of an exam. Do you understand? Once you know the keywords, the concept, you do well. I get me. So now, so what are the concepts under these economics? So for you writing JAMB, WAEC, other international exam all over the world, there are some concepts you will know about this, then you will do well. You understand? So the concept now is that the man is talking about human relationship. Number one is that the man is talking about that it is a science, that is social science. Do you understand? How do you call it a science? Or you call it what? Social science. Another concept to know about it is that one, it's all about human relationship. Two, it talks about what we call ends or wants or needs. Three, scarcity means. They talk about number 4, alternative use. So now these are the concepts. The concept about the definition of economics. The concept. If you are able to know this thing, you will do well. So JAM will ask you some of the questions. Where we also ask you. Once you are defining any stuff, know the concept. Know the concept about the topic. Any topic you are reading, know the concept. Because JAM question is based on comparison similarities, examples, uses, and calculations. I've done it before. You understand? Likewise, WAEC. Do you understand? Another international exams. You understand? So now, according to this man, Professor Lionel Robbins, he said that he defined the economics. It's all about you knowing the concept under economics. One, you will know it is a science. They might ask you this in JAM. Economics can be art or science. They will ask you, economics is dash A, science, B, art, D, this. The answer is science or social science. Do you understand? So that is why that is how they can ask you question in JAM or in WAEC or any other exam you're writing. So now you know that another one is called about human relationship. That relationship is all about human communication or human behavior. You understand? How human communicate. That the man was talking about how do you communicate? Things are scarce. How do you tell your neighbor that this is scarce? How can you tell yourself this is scarce in the community? I should go for lower one. That's what the man was talking about human relationship. Your relationship, your behavior, your interaction, what you desire, what you want, but you didn't get it. You now talk to yourself or talk to people, how you communicate. Let's talk about human relationship. So human relationship is all about how you interact with people, how you discuss, how you check this thing is too high. Let me go for alternative use, alternative one that can use and replace this. Do you understand? So now we talk about ends or wants. The man said that ends is all about what you want, your need, your desire, what human being wants. So now from that ends, those things we want is too much. They are too much. Because as a human being, you need to have a duplex, you need to have a car, you need to have many things. But based on the scarcity of those resources that you're going to use to buy it, to buy the ends. You understand? So because of this scarcity, we now introduce the man introduced what we called alternative use. You can use alternative to replace it. You understand? For instance, someone wanted to buy iPhone 16. You understand? iPhone 16. But that person, there's not enough money for him to buy the iPhone 16. What the person use? The person will go for alternative, which is Techno or Infinix to replace that iPhone 16. Do you understand? So to replace that iPhone 16, you can go for Techno or other lower phones to replace it. That is what we mean by alternative use. Alternative mean you wanted to replace this one. Do you understand? Alternative use. You wanted to replace this one. It's alternative. That's what the man was saying as an economics. One, what you know is science or social science. You talk about human behavior, relationship or behavior. Talk about ends, want, needs. Talk about scarcity, means. Talk about alternative use. So if I were you, I will copy it out and know it once and for all. You understand? So that during the exam, I will do well. Let's now define economics. So now this man defined economics. The man say that economics is a science. Economics is a science which studies human relationship between ends and scarce means, which also have an alternative use. Do you understand? That is to say that economics is a science that studies human relationship between earns and scarce means. Which have alternative use. So that the man was trying to tell you that economics is a science. It's a science. They will ask you this question in jam. Economics is a dash. Science or social science. So it's not an art. It's a science. Either it's a science or a social science that studies human relationship between ends and scarce mix. Between ends and scarce mix, which have alternative use. What it simply means that the man is telling you that that an economics is a science. Okay, let's go on. It's trying to tell you that economics is either a science or social science that studies human relationship. Human relationship. That is how human interacts, how human talk to himself, how they communicate with themselves. It is a science or social science na how human interact with themselves, how human ask the same situation. This thing is too high. You wanted to buy iPhone 16, iPhone 16. You will talk to yourself. Your behavior is called human relationship. Your behavior, your communication, how you communicate either to yourself or to somebody is called human relationship. Between that relation, that your behavior between the each other, that's what you want. Between what you want, and you know what you want is too much. What you want is too much, and that is scarce. It is very scarce because the resources you have is not much. So now you go for what? Alternative. Because now the human relationship is talking about, I want to buy iPhone 16, but I don't have money. I don't have money. My want is called, what you want is called ends. Ends. The act of you talking to yourself that you want to buy iPhone 16 is called human relationship. Communication, your behavior, your behavior. Now, see, your behavior is that you wanted to buy a iPhone 16, but because you look at your account, the resources you have is not enough to get you iPhone 16. You now try to reason with yourself or with your neighbor or with the producer or with anybody about alternative use. Alternative is the one you can use and replace iPhone 16. That is Techno or Infinix. You understand? Techno or Infinix. That's what we call alternative use. You wanted to replace that iPhone 16. Scarce means that the thing is scarce. They are not limited. They are limited. They are limited. Those things are limited. It is not much. But what you want is unlimited. It's too much. It's too much. But now, because of scarcity, you now use alternative use to solve your problem. That's what this man is talking about. Professor Lionel Lobin. He was talking about how women interact, how women talk to each other, how women talk to themselves, listen about things. They want many things. A woman wants many things. That is why the man was introducing opportunity cost, rate cost. You understand? Alternative use, all these things in economic choice. You make choice in order to satisfy your want. In order to satisfy your want. Do you understand? That economics is very important in aspect of life, because economics will maximize your profit. Anything you are doing, once you are good in economics, you do very well. You understand? It's very good for business and every aspect of life. So now, the relationship, the human relationship is how you interact with other people, with yourself. That you are talking about, you want iPhone 16, you want Lexus 30, you want this car, brand car, this, but because of no money, that no money is called scarce, means you don't have money to get all everything you do what you want. Now you go for lower one. That one is called alternative use. You go for lower one. The brand you want is a higher brand, but because of no money, the brand you want is called ends. The thing you want is called ends. What you want is too much. It is too much. But because of scarcity, they are not much. They don't have enough. You now go for alternative use. You understand? Let's define some terms according to Professor Lionel Lubin's definition of economics. Now let's take number one. Let's take number one, human behavior. Human relationship, sorry. You know, there's a problem in economics. There's a two problem because what you want is too much. What you want is too much. Human being want many things. We want many things. Our need, our desire needs, our desire are very much. What we need is much, numerous, but you cannot satisfy all of them. You can't satisfy them. That is why you start talking about human relationship, your human behavior. Under this, we have two things. It is of two. When we talk about human behavior, talk about human communication. Are you saying it? So human relationship is all about two things. It's all about human behavior and human communication. When we talk about human relationship, according to the concept of that topic, human relationship is talking about your behavior towards the commodity, towards the what resources you have. Do you understand? Your behavior, human behavior. How do you behave? How do you behave? How do you see this? How do you observe? Do you understand? Economics is all about observation. What do you see? What do you observe? What are you going to do? Your behavior towards it. Do you understand? This is all about interaction. How you interact to yourself. This thing is very costly. I should go for lower one. Do you understand? Because the price has increased. That is the law of demand. When the price is increasing, the demand will decrease. Because that is high. You go for lower one. If iPhone 16 is 5,000 naira, if iPhone 15, 16 is, everybody will have it. Everybody will start getting iPhone 16 because the price is very low. Your behavior, your interaction to the market scale, your behavior, your communication with people, because the price is very low. So you start talking about how to get it because you have the money, you have the resources to get a one. But had it been the iPhone 16 is 10 million, 20 million, few people will start getting it. Few people. Every people will start learning, demand will be low, productivity will be low. Because people are not, they are not requesting for it. So the company will start folding. Because most people are not requesting for it. Because of the high price. That is what we call human behavior human communication. How you communicate with people and they tell you that this price is low, you not go for that one. How you ask yourself, this thing is too much. I don't need this thing, I can't buy it. Let me go for the alternative use. That is what we call human behavior and human communication. Remember that this economist is talking about the ends, scarce means, and how to solve it. Is for you to solve this thing, you introduce what we call opportunity cost, alternative use. These are the two places you can solve economical problem: opportunity cost, alternative use. You can also use what we call scale of preference to solve it. Do you understand? These are the three tools you can use to solve all this economical problem, because the problem lies on wants and what? Scarce. That is the problem in economies. That is the problem. The problem lies on what? Want and scarce. They will ask you this question in example. The economical problem is on that. It's on want and scarce. The resources is very scarce, but what you want is numerous. It's too much. So the economical problem lies on want and scarce. So that's why it lies. That is why they introduce what we call opportunity cost, scale of preference, and what we call alternative use to solve those things, so that you can go for others and leave this. The one you leave is called opportunity cost. The one you go for is alternative use. Arranging them in their order of importance is called scale of preference. When you arrange them according to how you want them. Do you understand? So these are the things they introduce to solve those problems in economies. There's some problem we encounter in economies. We are going to go through it. So let's be taking this one after the other. After the problem and how to solve it, we now go for basic concept in economics and the importance of them. So now you have understood this, that human behavior and human communication, it play a vital role. It play a vital role in economic aspect, because this is how you behave. You look at this, you look at that. This is very expensive. Let me go for less expensive. You ask people questions about it. That is human relationship. Remember, Lionel Lovin said that it's a human science that studies human relationship, as human behavior and human communication between ends and scarce means, which also have an alternative use. When we talk about ends, we're talking about human wants or human desire. That is very numerous. It is much. It is much. Numerous. It is much. Human wants. What you want, desire, is too much. It's too much. Or that is too much. You can use too much. You must press it. It's too much. To satisfy, it is too much. What human being wants is too much. Because now you want to have a house that is duplex. You are talking about duplex, a flashy car, iPhone 16, clothes, pen, paper, pencil, school bag, shoe, properties. Name them. They are too much. What you want is too much. You want to food, fruits, drinks, water, many things. They are what human being want is too much. That's what we call angst. Angst simply means want. It simply means want in economies. What you need, or desire. But those things are too much. They are too much, because human being want many things. Human being want many things, which are not possible to be satisfied. You can't satisfy it. The higher your money, the higher your want. You understand? The more you get more money, the more your want increase, which you can never satisfy it. Nobody can satisfy his or her want. Because once you start getting in millions, you will start getting billions in order to get jets, private jet, or get the most expensive car. So you have seen that want is too much. That is where the problem of economics lie. Want is too much. And another problem is on scarcity. Scarce. Those things are scarce. You understand? Scarce means scarce means limited. It is called as limited available resources to satisfy human wants. Now, this is the problem of economics. This is where the problem lies. Economical problem. Economical problem. That is why economics is important to solve all economical problems. Without economics, government cannot do budget. It's not possible. Allocation of resources, because all resources are scarce. Economists play a vital role in making government to know how to allocate government resources to each states in Nigeria. Because without economists, they will not know, because the resources are very scarce. They don't have enough resources to solve the whole problem. But economists will tell them with the basic tools in economics, they will not analyze on how to allocate the resources to each state. So when you are answering question, always apply your senses, your brain in answering question in economics. You understand? So now see what happened. These are the two problems in economics: scarce and what ends. What you want is too much, but those things to solve it are less. They are not much. Limited. They are limited. Available resources to satisfy the human want. What you need is too much. You need house, you need this, but there is no too money. They don't have money to solve them. So the one you have, that is why they introduce opportunity cost, alternative use, scale of preference to solve this problem. You understand? So number three, according to the terms in definition, is alternative use. When we talk about alternative use, when you go for the one that is you have many things and you go for this one, that one is called alternative to satisfy your wants. To satisfy your wants. The one you choose, the one you go for is called alternative instead of this. You understand? You go for this instead of that. You are looking for brand new car, a car that is high expensive. You now have, because you don't have money for that one, Lexus 350, you go for Camry. Camry that is lesser than this. That is what we call alternative use. To replace this, to replace the want. Because this one you want is high expensive. You don't have the money. Because of scarcity, you now choose what we call alternative use. To replace this one according to the scale of preference. You choose this one to replace this one. It's called alternative. Alternative of that one. Alternative. From the word alternative. You are using to replace this. It is according to the scale of preference, according to the importance. You understand? So now let's go to economical problems and how to solve them. Hope you have understood this. Then we'll ask you some questions from there. Once they ask you ends, it simply means human wants, scarce, limited resources. Resources are not available. Alternative use simply means choosing one to replace the other one according to their importance. Choosing one to replace the other one according to their importance. So let's go to economical problem. Economical problem and how to solve problems and how to solve it. Economical problem and how to solve it. One, the problem lies on ends. And two, scarce and scarcity. This is where the problem to do what? Rise. The problem is on ends and what? Scarcity. Do you understand? So I see what happened. What human being want is too much. It's too much. So economists cannot solve all of them because of them. So that is what we talk about ends, is that what the human being is want, what you really need is much. It's too much. It's too much. Numerous. You can't solve all of them, and the resources to solve them, the money you have is very scarce. It's not too much. You don't have enough money to solve them. Had even you have enough money, you will solve it. You will solve it one after the other. But the resources is much. This is where the problem of economics lies. Because one is that the want of a human being is too much. Now the problem to solve them, the resources available to solve them is limited. They're not too much. They're not too much. One is that ends means that what you want is much. Now, the scarcity simply means that the resources to solve them so that the man will be happy. It's not too much. It is limited. It is limited. It is a limited available resources. You understand? But what you want is too much. It's too much. This is where the economical problem started from. This is the main economical problem. Because now, human being wants is too much. To solve it, there is scarcity of resources to solve it. So now how can we solve this problem? How can we solve it? To solve the problem, economical problem, to solve it. The problem is on ends and scarcity. Now how to solve the problem? Solving the problem. Economical problems. One, they introduce what we call scale of preference. Two, alternative use. Three, opportunity cost or a cost. So they now introduce this. They need to introduce this to solve the problem. Scale of preference. Scale of preference simply means a group of list of what you want. A list of them. They are too much. You started choosing one as a student. Now you want pen, you want bag, you want book, you want shoe, sandal, you want uniform, school uniform. You also want car, you also want house, you also want other unnecessary items like iPhone, television, etc. Do you understand? So scale of preference is talking about how to at least you are arranging, you are ranking those lists, those wants in their order of preference so that your want will be satisfied. Do you understand? Because all these things as a student, what you need most is your uniform. That's number one. You rank it. One, what I need is uniform. Number two, pen. Number three, book. Number four, uniform, pen, book, bag. Number five, if food is there, food. If school fees is there, school fees. These are the things you need. You rank them. That is care of preference. Ranking, it helps us to rank list of what you want, so that you will know the order of their importance. You know the one that is most important to you. Now, the one you didn't choose, you didn't go for, like car. As a student, you don't need it. You don't need car for as a student. Don't need it because you don't have enough money. But even you have enough money, you will buy it so that car can help you to go. You help in easy accessibility, easy transportation, and all these things. You don't need car, you don't need iPhone. And even you have the money, you will get that one. Plus, you don't need television as a student. You understand? So now the one you left, you forgone. You didn't go for, it's called opportunity cost or the cost. For the list, the one you didn't go for, you didn't choose, I call this. It's called this opportunity cost or the cost. This one you are choosing this over this. You are making choice. That's alternative use. You make a choice over this. You select this one over this. You take this one over this. You replace it. That's alternative cost. So these are the things or tools to use and solve economical problem. Basic tools. They are the things you can use and solve those problems. The problem in economics is all about ends and scarceness. Because ends, the want is too much. The want is too much. But those resources to solve them are very scarce. So now, for you to solve them, number one, you first of all list out those things you want and start organizing them according to their importance to you. A farmer, what he really needs is hoe, cutlass, and farming equipment. Other things are secondary. Farming equipment like uniform in farming and other things he can use for farming. So he's going to group them according to their importance to him. Other ones he left, he didn't choose from the list, are called opportunity cost or the cost. You didn't choose this. But there's a one he can buy, like you have a hoe or like a modern hoe or modern cutlass and local cutlass. Modern cutlass is 10 million, but local cutlass is 10,000. The man go for local cutlass. That is called alternative use. He go for the alternative to give him the same thing. Alternative use to replace the other one. You understand? So economists, John will ask you all this question. Know that the problem in the economy is all about ends and scars. Ends is talking about the numerous human wants. That is too much. It is not satisfiable. You can't satisfy it. You can't satisfy it because it's too much. So the scarce means the resources to satisfy that want are limited. The resources to satisfy it are limited. So that is why they introduce these tools to solve the problem. Scale of preference, alternative use, opportunity cost. You can also introduce your choice in solving them. In solving them. You understand? In solving the problem. You understand? So then we ask you the problem in the economy are dash and dash, ends and scars. That is two economical problem. Then how to solve them are these. One of these can be used to solve the economical problem. One of these cannot be used to solve economical problem. A, scale of preference. B, alternative use. C, opportunity cost or rate cost. D, governmental law or governmental law. The answer is governmental law because these are used to solve the economical problem. Even choice can also go. Even choice can also go. Choice can also go. Choice can also go. So now these are the tools you can use to solve it. Let's go to basic concept in economics. Basic concept in economics. Basic concept in economics. one. Take note of this basic concept in economy. They will ask you in JAM. One of these is not a basic concept in economics. One of these is not a basic concept in economics. Number one is want. It's among the basic concepts in economics. They will ask you in your JAM question. One of these is not the problem of economics. Number one problem is ends. Number two is scarce. Another one is mix. Scarce mix. So other ones in the option are not the problem. So how to solve them? Scale of preference. Can use scale of preference. Can use choice. Can use alternative use. Opportunity cost to solve all these problems. So the basic concept in economics are want. Want is all about human needs or desire that is not satisfiable. You can't satisfy it. It is too much. It is too much. You understand? You can't satisfy it. It is numerous. Numerous human. I just say it in my own understanding. It is a numerous human wants that is not satisfiable. It is a numerous human needs or desire that is not satisfiable. You can't satisfy it because it is too much. What you need is much, so you can't satisfy it. Everybody has what he or she wants. Everybody has what he or she wants. So it is numerous. It is numerous. You can't satisfy it. It is not possible. You can never. You can never. Because of scarcity of resources. Those things that are used to solve it are very scarce. Even government cannot satisfy your problem. Government cannot do it. That's why government use economical basic tools to do allocation of resources. That is the importance of economists, because government are using the tools of economists to do allocation of resources, to send allocation to different states. They will check the basic economical aspects, analysis. They will do analysis with those economical. Any country that does not have a good economics, the country economy will collapse immediately, because as an economist, we study about the analysis of the country's economical aspects. From there, they will do their budget. So government needs an economist. They need economists. They need this course to do well. You as a businessman, you need this course. So that is why any day you are lighting jump, economists, any day they ask one of these is not important in economics, you start thinking economics will help you to get money, to make that profit, to make you to be happy, your want to be satisfied. It can make government to do their budget, to start planning where program. I will tell you how to know the importance coding on how to know them. You understand? So now this is a want. It is too much. So another basic concept. Take note of these things I'm listing. They will ask you those things in JAM. It's a JAM question and WAEC and other internal exams and external exams. International exams. That's where you see them. Another number two is what? Scarcity. Scarcity. Now it is a limited resources available to satisfy human needs. The resources is not too much. Limited means that it is not too much. It is not too much. It is limit. It is slim. It is not much. So these are the resources available. The resources to solve this problem is not too. It's not much. So these are the basic economical problem. Basic problems in economies is all about want and scarce. So John will ask you this question, or you will see mix. Either you see want, scarce, or mix. These are the three basic economical problems. Take note of this. They will ask you this question in Jam this year. Jam will ask you this question in this year. Why can Jam ask you the question? Basic economical problem are want, scarce, and mix. They are the basic economical problem, and also they are among the basic concept of economics. Basic economical problem in economies are wants and scarce, as well as mix. Mix means resources. Resources, that is mix. How can you solve this? How can you solve it? How can you do it? You understand? So now, scarcity simply means that those resources to satisfy human wants are not available much. They're not too much. So that is why you need to rearrange your plan. Economics is all about planning, organization, management. You need to rearrange, you need to organize, you need to manage. That is economics. Yes, sir. And make a decision. Economics is all about this. That's the functions of economics. You don't know that it is all about decision making, management. It's all about management, planning, organization, and resources. These are the 5 basic importance of economics. If you know it, you will scatter jump. I will give you the tools on how to write jump. You do when you jump and WAEC. So now to satisfy human needs. So now we're done with this one. Remember that these 2 are the basic economical problem. These 3 we are listing are the ways to solve them. These 2 under the concept are the basic economical problem plus means. But these 3 I'm listing now are the ways to solve them. You understand? Number 3 is one of them are also under basic concept in economics. Number 3 is scale. Preference. Scale of preference is talking about as a human being, you want many things. Things you want in a list is too much. You want everything. But because of the money available, the one you have, the one at the account is the one you talk. Don't talk about future. The one that will come tomorrow. Is the one you have now. Is you are going to use that one and solve your problem. You understand? So now, scale of preference is all about ranking them, all the wants, all the list, all the thing in the list. You start ranking them in a table, in a tabular form. You start ranking them according to their importance to you, according to how important they are to you. There are some you will not go for. That one is called opportunity cost. The one you didn't choose, the one you didn't buy is called opportunity cost. But the one you buy are under scale of preference because you align them according to how important they are to you. Do you understand? There are many things you want. They are too much. They are numerous. Things you want is too much. Do you understand? So scale is a tabular arrangement. It's like a table. You start arranging them in a tabular form, tabular arrangement of those wants in their order of importance to you. You understand? I will show you how to do it so that you know them, and we're going to go for importance of scale of preference. So now, it's arrangement of numerous wants in order of their importance. Like now, I'll show you an example. A student, a student, example, for in WAEC, they will ask you to do this. People writing WAEC. Example, a student wants as follows. A, books, table, chair, television, television, pen, uniform, car, house, iPhone 16. Okay, now let's stop here. So now see what we mean by scale of preference. What we do? A student wants as follow. As we arrange them in the scale of preference. So scale of preference helps to solve the economical problem. It helps to solve them because the economical problem is all about the want and what you want and the end. That is the ends, scarce and mix. These are the three basic economical problems: wants or ends, scarce and mix. Three basic economical problems. Now this is how to solve them. I have explained it before because of your upcoming exam. So now what we do, scale of preference is when you are arranging them according to their importance. Now what we do, because a student does not need iPhone 16, no house, no car. You don't need to buy house, you don't need to have car as a student. Even television is not too important for a student. No, chair is meant for where you sit. Table is where you light your book. It's very important. These two. Books is also important. Pen important. Uniform important. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are important, but 1, 2, 3, 4 not important. So the one you left, you didn't choose in the form are called opportunity cost. So see now. So the man, we're going to do it in two ways so that you know what is opportunity cost. So the child will go for scale of preference. This is opportunity cost of foregone commodity. Only cost of foregone commodity means that you didn't go for it. So from here now, what the student really wants, to start arranging it. I wanted to differentiate between the two so that we know them. So what the student wants, you start arranging them based on their order of importance. So the student say that he really wants table. You put it there. Number one, table. That is number one, according to what the student wants. Number two is chair. What is the one again? Number three is uniform. Number four from what he wants is pen. Pen. Five is what? Books. Now, scale of preference play a vital role in management. In management. So any question they ask you in JAMB, if the question is not leading to management of finance, management of limited resources, you know it is not talking about scale of preference and allocation. It also helps you to know how you allocate your resources. It is scale of preference. Allocation of resources. They play vital role in management, planning, organization. They're like economical importance. Any question you see that's not leading to management, how you manage your resources, those limited resources, how you manage your finance, how you plan to allocate things, to allocate them in their order of importance. It's help you to arrange. It is also talking about arrangement. Economy is also arrange. That is planning. You arrange, you organize, you manage resources, and as well as making decision. Decision is that decision you make simply means you're not going to go for this, you go for that. So importance of economics and scale of preference is all about all these aspects of economics that they make decision. They make what? Decision. Decision is very important in economics. Decision making. Decision making. Take note of this. This is jam question and why question. Decision making, management. So anything they ask you that does not align with management, it is not that. Two, planning, organization, arrangement. They are this code for the importance of scale of preference and economies. You understand? And know that they are also planning to satisfy you. To satisfy you. Maximize means to satisfy, to increase it in order to satisfy you. They can also help to maximize your profit, which will make you to be happy at the end of the day. You understand? So those things are not too hard. It's not too hard. So now, which one you left? You didn't go for television, car, house, iPhone 16. iPhone what? 16. You didn't go for it. This is called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means that from the list, the one you left, the one you didn't go for, because you don't have resources for them, it's called opportunity cost. The one you left in the cost. Then we ask you this question: the forgone commodity is called as opportunity cost. Forgone means that you didn't go for it. You didn't go for it because you don't have the resources for that one. That is called opportunity cost or recost or forgone commodity. But the one you go for, you now arrange them, is called scale of preference. The one you go for, you arrange them. But alternative use is that you want iPhone 16 and you go for Techno because iPhone 6 Techno will serve you more a little bit what iPhone 16 will do. You go for this instead of this. It's called alternative. Alternative of this is called alternative use. Economics is all about applying your brain. It's not too hard. It's not too hard. I will teach you economics and you know it. Even government CRK, government CRS, economics, literature, physics, chemistry, biology, maths, English. I will teach it here. You know it and pass. So we're done. Let's go to importance of scale of preference. Importance. Scale of preference. See the coding. Scale of preference. One is helps in arrangement. One, see the coding so that you don't cram anything. Code arrangement. Two, that is arrangement. Two, planning. 3. Organization. 4. Management. 5. Resources. 6. Decision. Decision making. So these are the codes. They also play a vital role in the importance of economics, because arrangement is very important. You arrange, you plan, you organize, you manage the resources as well as decision making. They're very important. So when the question is not talking about planning, you let go. So talking about organization, you let go. Management, you let go. So under management, we talk about the limited resources. It helps you to manage limited resources. Under management, it also help you to manage what? Manage your finance. 5. 7. Under coding, satisfaction. Satisfaction. Another one is profit gain. That is what you use and code it. They also you can apply them during your importance of economies. Once they are not talking about those things, you let go. Once everything they ask you is not going on this, you let go. 1. Management is that it helps in managing limited resources, those resources that are limited. It helps also to manage the finance. Arrangement, it makes you to rank them. Arranging is ranking. Ranking. Do you understand? Ranking. Ranking is arrangement. You understand? From that ranking, you will know the one that is most important. It will help you to know the one that is most important. Understand? So this thing is not too hard. Planning is how you plan, you organize with basic tools to make sure that there is no leakage, because the resources are very limited. Resources are very limited. It also helps in allocating resources. Then decision making. It helps in making decisions to satisfy human needs. Profit gain. So these are the importance of economics. We're going to take them. Importance of economics and importance of scale of preference. They are under Let's take them one after the other, so that I don't want you to fail. Importance of scale of preference. 1. Under arrangement, we have 2 things under it. So know this one. Ranking. It helps in ranking of the human wants. It helps to rank them. It also helps to identify the highest important one. No, first one is all about arrangement, the importance of scale of preference. First one is what? Arrangement. For that arrangement, it will help you to rank those ones that are much. You start ranking them according to your importance. So it will also help you to identify the highest important one. To identify the one that is most important. You understand? So now scale of preference play a vital role in arrangement. It play a vital role in arrangement. In what? Arrangement. So notice they will ask you this question. They will ask you this question. Let's take number 2. Hope you understood it. Number two, management. Management itself is also two. Finance. And the two is limited resources. Now see, scale of preference helps you to manage your finance very well. To manage it very well. It also helps you to manage the limited resources. The resources that are limited, on how to manage them very well. So when you see the question in JAM, they might use another English. You understand? What you do, you check if the question is talking about management for effective use. Just take it. It's sort of a management, planning, organization, this and this and this. Now, scale of preference can also help you to satisfy your want. I have listed it before. It can help to satisfy the. I have listed the code for importance of scale of preference. So let's now go to number 4. Choice. Choice. The other basic concept. Choice. Remember that the basic economical problems are ends, scarce, mix. Then the way to solve them are scale of preference, opportunity cost, choice, alternative use. That's the way to solve them. So now choice is when you are choosing or selecting one out of number of alternatives. They are called choice. They are called choice. From group, you select one, the one you want. Choice. Selecting. Selecting one out of number of alternative. It's called choice. You have a choice. Choice play a vital role in economies and scale of preference, because that choice is very important. It will make you to make a decision of what you want. It's very important. That's right. So decision is they play a vital role in economies. They make a decision making. Do you understand? To maximize the profit. To maximize the profit. Economics is very important in any business, in every aspect of life. Economics is an important, it's very important. It's a tool that will skyrocket your business, even your mindset. So number 5, opportunity cost. Lay cost or foregone cost. Foregone commodity, sorry. When we talk about this one, This one is all about those one you didn't go for from the table. The one you didn't go for is called opportunity cost. The one you forgone commodity. Those commodity you didn't go for, they are called opportunity cost. Those one you didn't go because of scarcity of resources. The resources are not much to solve them. They are called as opportunity cost. Jam will ask you question from this. It's a jam question on WAEC. You understand? They are called forgone commodity. Forgone commodity. Because you didn't, because you didn't choose or pick them from the list of wants due to because of limited available resources. This one you didn't go for them, you leave them and choose the one you want and make a choice. And make a choice. An alternative. The one you didn't choose, the one you didn't go for, is called opportunity cost. Because the resources for them are not available. The resources are not available to satisfy them. That is why you leave them and go for the one you want. Your choice. Do you understand? They are called opportunity cost or a cost. So now we're going to discuss the importance of economics. We're going to discuss it and end there. So the next class, we start again. So during your reading, what you will do is that you copy out all these 5 concepts of economics. I know them. 5 concepts of basic concepts in economics. Then you copy out the problems in economics. I have told you that one. They will ask you that one in the question. You know their solutions. I know all these terms I defined during definition of economics. I know the importance of scale of preference and the importance of economics. They will ask you a question there. So let's go to importance of economics. See it coding. This is the coding number 1, planning. Coding number 2, organization. Coding number 3, management. Coding number 4, resources. Coding number 5, decision making. Coding number 6, satisfaction. Coding number 7, profit gain. Once anything they ask, is not in line with this, it is not a function of economics. One, planning. It helps a country to plan their budgets, to prepare the budget, to plan it. It's under planning. Organization is very vital in organization. Without economies, government cannot function well. Economists organize the function of the government very well. Economists play a vital role in organization. Without government need organization, government need economies. Individual participate through government to government activities through economies. That's organization. Because of economies, you can work. You will know government. You work, two of them are working together. Organization. So if you don't know this thing, you fail. Economics help you to manage the limited resources. It also will help you to manage your finance. You understand? Resources. Now from the economics, you know how to allocate, to give out resources. Do you understand? To allocate it. It helps the government in allocation of resources. Decision making. They make a wise decision. They make a wise decision. They make a wise decision. It also helps in planning of production. What to produce, how to produce, where to produce, who to produce for. You understand? It also helps in the basic tools that solve economical problems. You understand? Satisfaction of your want. The basic things of economics is to satisfy your want. You want to satisfy your want and profit gain, to maximize your profit, to maximize the profit. That's the profit gain. To make sure there's a gain, there's a profit in business you are doing. That is the main goal. That is the goal of your economics. Economists make sure that your profit are maximized. They increase it. Profit gain, satisfaction, to make sure that your wants are satisfied. Decision making, they make a wise decision in choosing the rightful. Resources, they allocate resources to individual. Allocation of resources. This one is talking about allocation. Planning, government cannot work without economists. Economists play a vital role in the government, whereby government plan the budget or program they're going to do. The program, development of a program or planning of budget are done by this one. Planning is where government talk about planning and development of the programs they're going to do for the country. So economists play a vital role in government planning and programming of anything. Planning of budget and programming of or development of programs they will do that will benefit the country. It's under planning. Organization with it makes people to participate in government. Economists will make you to participate in government. It also make the government to know that this course is they organize and make everything to be in sight, to be well, to be going well in Nigeria. Do you understand? Without economists, organization cannot work. All the sectors that are working, they have known the economy. That the sectors that are working is because of this thing, economists. They are now organized because they know economists. Every sector in Nigeria. Every sector. Management, it play a vital role in making sure that your finance and the limited resources are managed very well. You understand? So resources, it tells government to allocate resources to different states. Federal government will start allocating to different states. Allocation, giving, decision making. It makes government to make a good decision. To make a good decision. Listen to this. No, so that during the exam you write well. Satisfaction, it makes the want, your human want to be satisfied. It makes you to be satisfied. Profit gain, it maximizes your profit. Remember, the economy is talking about consumption of goods, how you consume as a customer. It also help them to know how you consume goods. Economists play a vital role. So during the exam, once all those things are not talking about this, it's not a function of economics. So look at this. These are the code for knowing the functions of economics. Thanks. I did appreciate more. I would really appreciate more if you send my videos to everybody around you, because this video is very, very helpful. It will help most people in SS2, SS3, SS1, those preparing for internal and external exam, international exam. So send it to friends so that they will benefit from it. Thanks.